Hello everyone, this is Trucking 101 with Darren Thomas, and I want to talk to you about my experience as a lease operator. Now, the biggest problem with the lease operator is that your cents per mile, what they pay you, and what you get for your fuel rebate for a lot of these big carriers like Swift and JB Hunt and Schneider and a few others, is that they don't pay you enough. They're not worth your time to be away from your family for 10 days to 14 days at a time and be at home for a day and a half. And at the end of the day, you take home $800. Yeah, $800. Then you still have to take out your taxes, pay for your health insurance, and a few other things, right? You still have your mortgage, your car note. When you got a family like me, I have a wife and two awesome children. It makes it very difficult to come home and say, hey babe, here's $800 and you have $2,000 worth of bills. That's really pathetic. So basically what you have, they pay you at about $1.14 a mile, and then you're getting about another 6 to 8 cents per mile for fuel. But you only can run about 3,000 miles if they keep you moving. A lot of times you only run 2,800 miles in a week because they just did not have the load set up for you, or the timing. From the time you pick up to the time you drop off, there's not enough. There's a huge gap in time, so you're not moving. When you're not moving, you're not making money, right? So when you look at, you're paying $615 or so a week for your truck note. You're paying another $400, $500 for your insurance, for your bobtail insurance, and for your cargo insurance and all the other fun stuff, right? Your IFA sticker. Then on top of that, you spend about $1,200 a week on fuel, and that can go up dramatically, especially when you don't plan out right. If I buy fuel in Illinois, I'm going to pay $2.95 a gallon. If I'm in New York and I have to buy fuel, I'm going to pay $3.35 or $3.50 for fuel. And when you buy 150 gallons at a time, it adds up pretty quick. It adds up really, really quick. So that's the problem with that. So if you're thinking about doing a lease purchase, if you're not getting a combination of at the very least, $1.75, okay, it's not worth your time. It really isn't. The other thing is, if they don't pay for the tolls, if you have to pay for your own tolls, that's going to be another $300 to $500 a week in expenses. Now, fortunately for me, the company that I drive for, they pay for the tolls, they pay for the CAT scales, which helps a lot, but it still was enough for me to break $1,000 a week consistently. Even as a trainer, they take 5 cents a mile away from you, but you get paid for all the miles that you run and your student runs. Now, it takes about 50 hours to get to the point where you can run as teams, but then they don't run you as a team. They only give you about like a super solo. So instead of doing 11 hours driving a day, you might do 16 to 18 hours a day of driving, which is not enough because it doesn't cover the expenses of having a student on top of that. So it's not really worth your time to do this. And honestly, I made more money on a dedicated account as a company driver 4 months after being out of CDL school than I do as a lease operator. So if anyone's thinking about doing this through a leasing company, just to know, if you're going to have to pay for your own tolls and everything else that goes along with it, you're going to want no less than $1.75, and that's on the extreme low end. You're better off if you can get closer to $2 a mile. Then you might take home about $3,000. But out of that $3,000, don't forget you got to take out 25% for taxes. You still have to pay your health insurance. If, like I said, if you have a family of 4, that's going to be $1,500 to $1,800 a month. You know, and then of course you have, like I said, 25% taxes they have to take out, and all the other fun stuff, right? So, long and short of it, these big major carriers are the big rip-off. Don't do it, because once that warranty wears out, once you hit, you know, the 300,000 miles, and it goes really, really quick, especially when you're someone like me who drives 150,000 to 180,000 miles a year with a student. It goes pretty quick, and then you end up having to pay all these expenses. You know, just the other day I had to spend $400 on a brake chamber and a slack adjuster, because the mechanics that I go to get my PM and oil change, which cost me $275 to get that done, they're supposed to grease their slack adjusters. They haven't been doing that. They've been running dry, and I, you know, didn't realize that they're supposed, because, you know, before I was a truck driver, I was a computer geek, right? I've only been driving for 4 years, right? So I didn't realize that they weren't greasing them, because I didn't know what to look for. I know what to look for now, but I didn't know what to look for then, right? So there's slack adjusters on both drive tires, drive axles. So there's 4 there, and 4 of them are all dry because they haven't been greasing them. You know, so, and they all need to be replaced. So that's going to be $800. So what I'm going to do now, I'm either going to turn this truck in, and they're going to flip it back to be a company truck, and I'll get back into it and drive off. And then whenever something breaks, they'll fix it. You know, but in the meantime, I'm going as a dedicated account, which pays 58 cents a mile, which is great. It's good money, right? And I'll end up taking home more as a company driver than it is an owner-operator or a lease operator. So with that said, if you have any questions, take down below. Go ahead and send me a message, and I'll respond. Hey, God bless, and have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.